So yeah, good people, it's your mentor, Mentorship. You are here, and welcome to Market Breakdown Monday sessions with me, where we are going to be breaking down price together and looking at intraday and swing opportunities that the market will be presenting to us, or even trying to understand what is it that the market is doing at the moment, so we can be able to have some sort of directional bias, right? But before we go anywhere further, kindly note that on the 1,000 rand or $60 package, we only have three seats left. And why is it that I would recommend this package to you? It is because of you get live trading sessions, you get a fully recorded mentorship that has a risk management plan, trading psychology, and trading skills, scaling up plan solutions, all these different types of things. When you get access to each and every single thing that you as a beginner trader or advanced trader um might be looking for, right? And it's only $60 and there's only three seats remaining, right? And then yeah, like I said, you get access to the course, you get access to the community, you get access to so the community, it's a trading community, and then this side it's the Discord where me and my students we invest most of our time in sharing ideas and all those types of things, right? So make sure that you become part of the right print movement, man, when the time is still here, and then so that you can come and unlock your financial freedom and actually get to break through whatever that you are currently faced with. And then one thing that I want us to speak about is who is this program for, right? So for those of you guys that are having psychological problems, for those of you guys that are having risk management related problems, for those of you guys that yes, you understand price structure, but you're having a problem with it. For those of you guys that are struggling with knowing when to scale, how to scale, and why to scale also, this is the right program for you. Join us and become part of the Right Brain movement. And I'm looking forward to helping you reach the area that you want to reach in your entire trading journey. Other than that, I'm wishing you guys nothing but a profitable trading week. And like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that when I drop, you can be notified. And the link for this will be below on the description, right? So yeah, my good people, welcome to Monday Market Breakdown session with me, where we are just going to be breaking down price, looking for opportunities for this week, and seeing what is it that we can do as traders to actually capitalize on the markets for this week, right? So what is it that we can see so far on gold, right? Gold has been on a bullish structure for quite a while now, creating a series of swing highs and swing lows. As you guys can see here, that we have a swing high, we have a swing low, and then we have a swing high here, meaning that at the moment, gold is ranging in between this high and this low here. Whatever that is happening here, this form of consolidation that we are all presented to, it's just a range in between what this high and this low here. So inside this area here, there was this support level here. We had this support level here, which was the 50% of this wave here, right? As you guys can see using a Fibonacci, that it was what? It was a 50% of close to 50% of this range here. So price retraced at this level here and then started pushing to the upside. When price pushes to the upside, it's creating the internal structure. It goes up to eliminate the high. And then after eliminating the high, it comes back down to this level here, where it did what? It found some sort of a key level. So which means it made this area here our strong low. It made this low here our strong low. Came down here to look for what? For a point of interest. It looked for a point of interest somewhere around this level here. For a point of interest, and then it started impulsing to the upside. Why is it creating this? Why is it respecting this area here? It is because of there's some sort of what? A bullish order flow that price is creating here to push to the upside so it can come and eliminate that area there. So now with what we have at the moment, we are going to say that this area here, this low here, is going to act as what? As our the foundation of price pushing to the upside to come and eliminate this area here. So which means it can be considered as a strong low, right? Now we are going to look for buying opportunities, meaning that we're going to have an impulse correction, impulse. We have the internal correctional structure because of the high of this area has not yet been eliminated, right? We can only say that this is an a correctional stage, like a major correctional stage after the high has been eliminated, meaning that we'll have an impulse correction, and then another impulsive movement to the upside. Now, price pushed to the upside to come and respect what we call this false supply area here, right? Price pushed to the upside to come and respect this false supply. Guys, this is where this whole thing becomes way too tricky, right? I'm not gonna lie. It becomes way too tricky at this level here. You see, this area here, it's at the premium, right? This is the premium equilibrium and then the discounted phase. On the discounted phase, there's this untested demand area here. We have this untested demand area here, right? We have this untested demand area here, meaning that price has the opportunity of using this false supply area here and use this demand area here as a false demand. So which means it can easily push up and then push down to actually come and tap into this demand and then impulse to the upside. Or if this supply here won't hold, this means that price will easily push to the upside and eliminate the high that we currently have resting above there. So I'd say with gold, it's a bit tricky because of, you see this reaction here, it can act as a temporary low, right? This rejection on this support level here, it can act as what? As a temporary low. And then it can also act as a key level to come and eliminate this high here, right? But for now, let's make the analysis the way I want it to be, right? So by price respecting this false supply, this means that, okay, this area here turns out to become what? Our temporary low. So this area here becomes our temporary low. And then there's also what? A point of interest resting somewhere around this level here. So you have a point of interest. I think it was a 4-hour demand level that is resting around somewhere there. So if you push down to maybe an hour time frame, right, when you push down to an hour time frame, we can see that, okay, price tapped into that area and then it started doing what? Impulse into the upside. So with the impulsive movement that we're seeing on price, what is it that we can see? We can see that, okay, there's a high elimination here, right? We have a high elimination. One thing that I want you guys to understand is most of the time, majority of the time, whenever we are shifting from a correctional stage to an impulsive stage, right? Price will eliminate highs. So with price eliminating those highs, we are normally expecting retracement back down so that price can continue impulsing to the upside, right? Meaning that what you should do next is to look for some sort of a key level from this area here that can do what? That can push the value of price down so it can come to respect maybe an untested demand area somewhere around this level here before it does what? Before it impulses to the upside, right? Maybe let's check a 4-hour time frame. So on a 2-hour time frame, we can see that, okay, we have what? We have what we refer to as a false supply. We have this false supply area here. So two things, either this false supply is going to have the strength to push price back down, or it's going to respect the nearest demand, right? It's going to respect the nearest demand. And then price will then do what? Continue impulsing to the upside. But normally in such scenarios, man, I've seen that price has a tendency of actually giving us a bigger retracement to our demand area, and then that impulsive movement to come and eliminate that high. So which means at the moment on gold, I'm looking for what we're seeing, what price will do at this level here. Will it respect this area and then push down to the demand area, or will it actually break the level? So whenever it breaks the level, when it breaks the level, what is it that I'm anticipating now? I'm gonna be anticipating something like this. I'm gonna be anticipating something like this now. So I'm gonna be looking for buying opportunities somewhere around this level here as my key level, right? Meaning that I'll be looking for this buying opportunities if gold is to go up and break this level here. So it's nothing really complicated, man. So moving down to US30, right? US30 from a bigger time frame perspective, what is it that we are noticing from this guy? Like I said last week that, okay, US30, there's a resistant area here that price failed to break, right? Meaning that we have what? We had our touches at this level here. We had a touch here, we had a touch here, and then we have another touch here. So these touches are the ones that are responsible for doing what? For shifting the price structure, right? So normally when price is shifting in structure, like I said, my main objective now is to see price giving us some sort of a retracement somewhere around this level here. Let me just check something. I'm looking for my point of interest now. I'm just gonna go through some time frames so I can be able to see where exactly can I find those areas. So those areas here are going to be what? These areas here are going to be my key levels, right? These areas here are going to be my key levels, meaning that I'm going to look for buying opportunities somewhere around these two key areas here. I'm going to be looking for my buying opportunities somewhere around these two key levels here. So these are the areas that I'm most likely to be interested in whenever price does what? Whenever price pushes to the downside to come tap into this area here. So why are we getting a retracement at the moment? The reason why there's a retracement is because of what? There's a high break, and then there's also a low break here, right? There's a high break and there's also a low break. So the minute, like I said, we anticipate a break on a low, we expect what? Some sort of a retracement back in so that price can do what? Then push to the downside later on to come tap into our point of interest and then start pushing to the upside to go and create its new all-time high, right? So now, what is it that I saw at this level here? What is it that came to my attention whenever I picked up this level here? If we switch back to maybe an hour time frame, right? We can see that okay, here we have what? We have our TS here, we have our TS. We have our TS at this level here, right? We have our TS at this level here, right? We have our TS at this level here, meaning that now what was it that we are supposed to do? Let's scale down to a smaller time frame, maybe a 10 minutes time frame. If that area there acts as our TS, maybe let's check 30 minutes time frame. Right, yeah, on a 30 minutes time frame, we have another good setup here. So I just want us to cut price here so I can just give you guys an example of how were you supposed to anticipate this area here. So the minute you get yourself a TS, right, what is it that is most likely to happen? This fall supply area here, it has the potential of doing what? It has the power of allowing price to tap into it, coming down to eliminate the low, and then push to the upside to actually come and eliminate this high here, right? So that's what I'm anticipating most of the time, meaning that whenever price taps at that level, then this low here will be what? Will be my area of interest, the area that I want to see price eliminate, and then which means that okay, I'm gonna have this whole zone here as my point of interest, right? I'm gonna have this whole zone here as my point of interest. Not really the whole zone. If I were to scale down to other time frames, beyond 30 minutes, let's check maybe 20 minutes if I have a proper key level. I might have something. Yeah, so this is the area that I can actually use as my point of interest somewhere here. You see this level here, it can act as my point of interest. So which means I can look for buying opportunities around that level there. Right, I can look for buying opportunities somewhere around this level here, and then impulse with price to the upside afterwards. Right, you can see that okay, price spikes exactly at that level there, and then it starts giving us those buying opportunities to the upside. So which means this is how I was supposed to look for my buying opportunities, right? Just right at this level here. And then from there, what is it that I'm anticipating? I'm anticipating that okay, price has to push to the upside to firstly do what? Come and eliminate this high and then break this resistant level here. So those are my first two key take profits, right? So those are my two first key levels that I'm looking for to seeing price do, right? And then what does price do? Price impulses beautifully so to the upside, and then I think it's somewhere around that level at the moment. So we're gonna have to monitor it and see how is it going to react whenever it reaches those levels. And then if it actually breaks any of these levels, we know that okay, we are most likely to push to the upside a little bit higher. So which means this can be our other area of interest here. Let's choose the wrong thing. So this area here can also be our new point of interest, right? This area here can be our new point of interest, meaning that we'll be taking the 7R from here to there. We'll monitor price. How is it going to react when it reaches this level here? Because of, like I said, we need a retracement back to the downside to come and tap into this level. And if you take your fib from your low to your high, you'll see that okay, this thing is actually what, the 50% of the way, which means we're expecting a reaction somewhere within that level there. Right, we're expecting a reaction somewhere around that level there, which means we are most likely to look for those selling opportunities around um that key zone there, right? So that's what I have at the moment on US30. For today, we can expect bullish structure, but overall, I'm seeing a strong bear and then a strong bull after that. So let's go check US100 now. So what is NAS100 doing? So with NAS100, right? I already had a setup on it, right? I'm looking for buying opportunities around this key level here. I'm looking for buying opportunities around this key level here. Why is it that I'm looking for opportunities here? It is because of there's a first touch here, there's a second touch here, third touch here, and then we're expecting what? A fourth touch somewhere around that level there. So it's nothing complicated for me. This is what I want to see on price. And this is the setup that I believe that it has a high success rate, right? Meaning that this is the area that I'm looking for buying opportunities from. And then this will be what my major take profit. So that will be where I'm looking for to closing my trades, right? So yeah, we'll have to wait so long. This low here will be what? Will be where we're expecting what? Our TS. Right, that's the area that we'll be looking for our TS from, and then which means that we're expecting what now on price? We're expecting price to do something like this for us. So that's what we're anticipating so far on price. We're expecting price to push to the downside, come eliminate our temporary low, tap into our point of interest, and then start giving us those bullish movement to the upside. So we'll be looking forward to seeing price giving us those bullish movement to the upside, right? So this is what I'm currently anticipating on NAS100. It's just pure support and resistance, nothing complicated, nothing difficult. So let's go check German 30. Diamond 30. So German 30, I'm not sure if it created a low. If it didn't create this low, this means that price must come and do what? Create the low here. From just what I see and from general knowledge, every candlestick needs to have a low, but it looks like German 30 has a tendency of moving without lows, right? You can see. So which means my theory might actually be false. But what are we anticipating on German 30? There was a high break, right? We had a high break here. We had a high break at this level here. And then you can see that the minute this high gets eliminated, price will have to push to the downside. When it pushes to the downside, what is it that we're anticipating? We are using this internal range liquidities here to create some sort of retracement back to the upside so price can find a possible supply area here. I think I even said it that this guy's gonna push up to a supply area. Let's check which supply area was it. Let's go take 10 hours and then let's go check 8-hour time frame. But there was a video that I uploaded about that. So this was the supply area here. You see, this was the supply area that I was looking for my selling opportunities from, right? This was the supply area that I was looking for my selling opportunities from. So we used the the false demand area to do what? To impulse price to the upside to a supply area so that we can look for those selling opportunities to the downside. Mind you, there's also what here? There is this demand level here, this untested demand area here, right? We have this demand area here, hence why price is reacting the way it's reacting at this level here, right? But something, guys, in me tells me that this law has to be eliminated, but I don't see this law holding. I see this law being eliminated, right? Listen, I'm going against the structure. The truth is there's a demand, which means price must push to the upside. But my experience so far has shown me that every single time a major high has been eliminated, we're expecting some sort of a big retracement back to the downside and then a big impulsive movement afterwards. So which means this area here, it's at the premium. Looking for buying opportunities at the premium area is a bit risky. But so far we can see that this guy has respected this demand area, which means he's most likely to push to the upside to go and eliminate everything. But we will see throughout the process whether this demand area here is most likely to eliminate everything that is resting above it, meaning that all this internal range liquidity here, it needs to be eliminated. But like I said, I'm not really a fan of German 30 that much, but you can also see that okay, the same pattern that was created here is the same pattern that is being created here. And look at this major drop here. So which means we're anticipating another major drop somewhere here, right? And then the only thing that is going to stop price is what? It's a key level, which means somewhere around here. That's where you can see price changing the structure of the correctional phase to a impulsive phase, right? Which means this demand here can be a false demand area actually. But yeah, general knowledge, guys. I'm just giving you guys my 2 cents opinion on this guys here. But without wasting any of your time, guys, these are my swing setups, right? These are my swing setups, and I don't have any like daily setups that I have at the moment because of it's still Monday for me. And the market last week it was NFP, so there was too much volume. So I wouldn't say that I have like a proper setup so far. If I have a setup, I'll upload the setup during the week, and then so that we can be able to check how we need to approach it and how we can make money out of it. And without wasting any of your time, thank you very much for joining today's session, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Like I said, my main objective now is to approach price from what um a general individual's perspective, meaning that I don't want to come here and use one concept or whatsoever. Our goal is to break down price, understand price using any tool that we have so that we can be able to obtain those consistent results. And then, yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching this video till the end, and goodbye.